Capcom, you and I need to talk. I know we haven't had a chance to do this in our relationship together. Well, actually, it's probably going to be more me talking and you not at all listening. Which is pretty much how all the relationships in my life end up going. Especially with women. Anyway, I'm going to have to break up with you. It's not me, it's you. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I want you to go to your sink, fill it with water, dunk your head into it, and hold it under there until you pass out from lack of oxygen. Don't want you dying. I need somebody to watch these videos. What I am referring to, and the reason for this exquisite yet manly lamentation, is the recent Resident Evil 5 downloadable update called Lost in Nightmares that became available online for the below average price of $5. About $5 fucking dollars. Luckily for all of us, the content is short, so I won't have all that much to say. You see, for months, Capcom had been teasing fans with press releases on this update. Would it be available for download or would it be on disc only? What exactly would the level consist of? And what they were teasing is the fact that they were releasing a level that would consist about an hour of gameplay. Jill and Chris would be teaming up, and it would reveal parts of the story that took place prior to the events that begin in Resident Evil 5. You know, it's kind of like Titanic in the fact that you know the ending before you begin, except there wouldn't be any new drawings of Jill done by Chris, though I imagine some goofy fan fiction has that somewhere. As a Resident Evil fan, I was all in. You could say what you want about Resident Evil 5. It was one of the greatest gaming experiences I had in 2009, if not my game of the year. Oh, fuck you. I said it was one of the greatest gaming experiences I had in 2009. Not that it was the best game of the year. And besides, based on the other turds that are in the bowl, Resident Evil 5 could have easily made the lists of other websites for the best game of the year. What did they have? Left 4 Dead 2? Modern Warfare 2? Are you shitting me? And don't you get cocky, Infinity Ward, because I'm coming for you next.
You are next.
You got me excited, Capcom. You promised me things and didn't deliver like my online pop-up ads for porn do. Like, I get to play through another level of Resident Evil 5? Are you serious? I get to shoot more zombies? I get to walk around Chris with his Sean William Scott face and his 38-inch pythons and shoot some zombies in the face again? Are you serious? Oh my god. I was all in. There's just one problem. There's just one fucking problem. You forgot the zombies. Look, come here. Come here, all of you. Capcom, everybody, hold on. Look. In a game that is pioneered around zombies, or the infected and viruses, or anything of that nature, it is okay to have a level populated with just those enemies. That's how zombie apocalypses work. You have to have a lot of them for it to be effective. You can't have a zombie apocalypse if you don't have enough to fill out a baseball team, okay? You can't say you're going back to the roots of the game when you include gothic and horror elements, but you forget the survival part. Oh, you'll fight some enemies. You get to fight, oh, these hunchback guys that look like NBA players on the bench dragging around these big hooks for some reason. But that's it. There's not one single solitary zombie. What you will get with this downloadable content is a level that's supposed to be a throwback to the original Resident Evil. You know, in fact, it's so much of a throwback that the mansion is almost identical, right down to the wallpaper. It's cute, Capcom, it's cute. And I cannot really chide them or the level for bringing back a more sinister atmosphere to the game, as it most certainly does. The levels look really good, and the design does give a far more foreboding and claustrophobic feel than Resident Evil 5 did. You know what, a lot of the levels look great, and it's far closer to the classic feel of the other games in the franchise. And if that's something you're interested in, running from one part of the mansion to the other, then this is the update for you. There's just one problem for me. There's no payoff for this. Something needs to happen. The puzzles really amount to a fetch fest. There is nothing difficult to figure out. Hell, there isn't anything to figure out at all. And when I'm playing a Resident Evil game where I'm turning more cranks than I'm popping rounds to enemies, I find that a problem. This should have been called Resident Evil Turning Cranks or Resident Evil Crank That.
Soldier boy, I got this new damn for y'all called Soldier Boy. You just gotta punch, then crank back 3 times and left to right. Soldier Boy, I'm in it. Why me crank it? Why me roll? Why me crank that Soldier Boy? That Superman, that now why me crank that Soldier? Now why me crank that Soldier? Now why me crank that Soldier? Now why me?
I really don't want to fight the same non-zombie enemy type over and over. And spoiler alert, fight Keanu Reeves' Wesker again at the end. I had more than enough of this Barney badass dude wannabe in the full game. I do not to see him dodge my bullets Remo Williams Matrix style again in this update. I didn't even expect to fight a boss here. Look, Capcom, this isn't about the money, though I would like my $5 back. But I don't imagine that's going to happen, is it? This is about why. Why would you release this when it could have been so much better with just a few more enemies and maybe minus Wesker? It feels like Capcom was rummaging through its basement for a flea market, and you found these old things and you said, you know what can we sell these things for? Like $5? Okay. If you place zombies in the game, Capcom, you and I aren't having this conversation. How about a dog? You could have placed dogs in, you had dogs in Resident Evil 5, you could have placed dogs in the mansion. How about those spiders? Not the spiders that ran around Resident Evil 5, but the big tarantulas from the past games. I'd have loved to fight them. I'd have loved to see some of them in the mansion. You didn't put any in there. And it's not like there was an abundance of enemy types in Resident Evil in the first place. You could have added a couple more. Not only to just this, but the Mercenaries update too. You added new character types to the Mercenaries reunion, which is nice, but you didn't include any new maps. And yes, I understand that you changed some of the way the enemies come, and you changed the enemy types. And you didn't add a whole heck of a lot of different ones, but you changed them. You changed the time bonus locations, and that can make it interesting. But I would like some new weapons, not just new weapon loadouts. I would like some new enemies, new locations. That would have made it great. Put all that effort into it and charge me more. I'll gladly pay it. You could suck the money right out of my wanting teat. Look. What you're seeing and hearing now is the same expression that every woman I've ever been with in my entire life has had. Sheer and utter disappointment. I wanted and expected more, and I didn't get it. But look, it's cheap. It's $5. You can go download it, play it. You could tell me. Let me know if you think it's worth it, because I wanted to shoot some zombies, and I didn't get any. So check it out. Let me know. Comment me, Twitter me, do whatever you need to do. I'm on this thing. I'm going to go look at Excel's butt, though.